Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Better Web with Beep, where we review websites using a tool called Beep, which you will see in action shortly. My name is Roberto, the CEO already promoted. My name is Roberto, the CMO of Beep. Beep, 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 beep. Today I'm going to be reviewing a website called the Polka Dot Rose, which is a online store featuring and selling apparel and accessories that are designed with a variety of cute floral patterns, as you can see here. Alright, so let's start with the review. Now, when I first recorded the video, I had this page open already, and there was a pop-up that featured a subscribe for 15% off. Now, I'm not so much a fan of this invasive type of marketing, and I'm sure a lot of people aren't fans as well. And I see you also have a label down here that says get 15% off, which is good. So I'd prefer you keep this and just get rid of the pop-up that asks people to subscribe. Just keep this because this is fine. Here's why having a subscribe for a discount type of pop-up does not work for you. You see, when people visit your site for the first time, they want to know what you're offering and if they like what you offer. And if you do that within the first couple of seconds when they have not even checked out what you have on your site, it does not really help because people are like, oh, I don't even know if I like it. I don't even know if I want to give you my email, if it's worth giving you my email for a product that I have not yet even seen, right? So either delay the pop-up a few more seconds until they get down here, or just get rid of the pop-up altogether, as I said, and then just, leave this there, because this, at the same time, they find something that they like, add it to the cart. As soon as they're checking out, then maybe they will consider clicking this and then putting their email to get the coupon code and then inserting it as they check out. So I would just keep this here, and I'm using Beep to do this. Leave comments anywhere on the screen, anywhere on the web. And as you can see, I already created a project folder called Polka Dot Rose because I'm going to be leaving you a lot of feedback on your website. I'm just going to be grouping them under this project folder so I can send them all to you in one go in bulk. And then you'll just see it as a list of feedback on one web page. So I'm going to say, keep this 15% off label here and remove the 15% pop up in the beginning. All right. Perfect. So I'm going to start from the top and work my way down to the bottom. Nice overall. I like it. It's simple, clean, and it does not, well, I see a lot of things that can be improved already, but it's simple and it's clean, and I like it. One thing that I could improve here is to reduce the size of this logo here so that this whole navigation bar kind of becomes a bit thinner. And when this navigation bar gets thinner, what happens is the whole page kind of gets a lift, and your products will kind of peep up from the bottom edge of the screen, which works for you. It's good because visitors, when they land on your site and the site loads in, they already see what you're selling immediately from the get-go. Because what I see now when I click, because the logo is quite big, takes up a lot of space, and there's a lot of padding here below and above, navigation bar takes a lot of space that I barely see what you're selling. So I have to actually scroll down or read from the navigation bar what you're selling. So far I don't know yet. Okay, when I click that, shoes, clothing, hats. But so far I would reduce the size of the logo so that the navigation bar gets thinner and your first row of products kind of peeps from the edge of the screen. Save that. Though I understand why the logo is like this, because if I were try to imagine making it smaller, the polka dot might not be very readable. Now you chose a font, this one, and also these ones, kind of script, that if there were a scale of readability from least readable to best readable, I think the font that you chose here and here are kind of on the lower end of the scale. They are readable, but not super readable, especially in smaller fonts. Also, like here in the navigation bar, it's a little bit small. So I think I know why I did that, but try to make that smaller and see how that works out for you. Also, what I saw is that we don't have a favicon here. Instead, you have just a default globe, which it's the default. The more professional one to have a favicon here. You have like a favicon is basically a simplified logo or a simple logo. You can even put like a rose or something at least up to your brand here to make your site more professional. And you know, it's professionalism always helps in terms of giving a good impression and for helping people build trust in your brand. So since, you know, beeps can only be created anywhere on the screen on the web page itself and not really above here, so I would just put it here so you have the comment. Add favicon equals more professional equals more better impression. Save that. Okay, so now we're looking at the navigation bar. One thing that I have to say is that, as I said before, the font size is a little bit small, and since your font is not so super readable, there are some people, some site visitors that maybe if they're elderly might not be able to read this. They'll have to go super close to the screen to read it. And you have to, it depends also. I'm not saying that I am your target market. You have to do research on your target market. How old are they? Because if your target market are more on the elderly side, then for sure you have to increase the font size or maybe change the font altogether to something that's very readable for them. And also, because if you increase the font size now, this home might extend here and the stuff to know might extend there and they overlap. I would take away some items. For example, take away home, because home people are, I'm already on home. Why would there need to be a link to home? Besides, your logo already links to home, so this is irrelevant. I would take away this home link in the navigation bar. Also, I have to see what these stuff to know is, because stuff to know could be irrelevant depending on what's here. Print on demand and return policy. Now I understand why I put it up there, because these are important, but the best practice and what I've seen, return policy and usually print on demand, what I've seen these things, either you can put this print on demand under the contact us page or about us page, or for sure return policy. These things, they can go below the product. So for example, if I go to a product, boots, for example, I click this. So print policy, let me see if you have it there. So return policy, you can always include it here at the bottom of the product description at the very end. So what I would say is, for the stuff to know, remove this link because it takes up a lot of space, and put the information under the product description, or even the contact us in regards to the print on demand section. And I'm gonna save that. Also here, custom orders. Let's see if this is irrelevant. We often create custom orders for our clients. Okay, all right, I guess this is relevant, but what I would suggest is to move custom orders up 2 places. So here, so I would say move this custom order up 2 places, after shop by patterns and before about us, because the best practice is usually to have contact us at the last place, you know. So you'll have home, remove home, you'll have shop by item first, shop by patterns next, custom orders, then about us, then contact us. That's usually the best way to go. So I'm going back to the home page, scrolling down here. Here is your hero section. So that's what they call the hero section, where the image or the most wow eye-catching piece of the website is. And what I'm noticing, first of all, is I don't know if it's a design decision, specifically a design decision on purpose that you did, but this headline text, elevating the mundane with joyful floral art, it's a bit off center, as you can see from the video. Here it's in the middle, here it's in the middle, but this one is a bit off center to the right. So I would suggest moving it a bit to the left so it's centered. So I would do a screenshot here so it's a bit clearer, also using beep. And I would draw for you to get a better idea of the middle. So this is the middle line, right? And as you can see, your text, like a large portion of it is already to the right side. So what I would suggest is to move this to the left so that it's center aligned. So move the text to the left so that it is centered to the entire page, and save. Also, if in the case that if you reduce the logo and it's not readable, you can also keep it like this, it's fine. But what I would recommend as an alternative would be to add your product on the hero section, so you can keep the same background, or a collage of your different patterns up to current date. Or you can even put like a snapshot of like t-shirts, like a t-shirt here. Let me draw it here so it's much better. So you can put for example, keep the design, you can put a t-shirt here, pants, sorry if I'm not drawing very well, your bag and all that. Keep the text there. You can put another bag, shoes here, pants, all with different designs, so people, when they visit your website, they already see what it is. So I'll just put a sample mock-up of what the hero section background would look like. You could also put a video or a GIF no, because GIFs take up a lot of space. It's not good for visitors that have limited internet bandwidth. But if you can, stick to images is best. And when you go for images, don't go for PNGs, JPEGs. The best practice and a good tip for you is to stick to WebP format. So I'll just put it here. If you use images, stick to WebP format. And there's a lot of converters online. If you go for PNGs, if you save your files in JPEG, it's fine. You click just JPEG or PNG to WebP format converter. There are lots of free options on the web, so you can easily do that. WebP format, less file size. And the smaller the file size of all your media elements, smaller the file size, the faster your site speed usually is, and the better the user experience overall. Because there's tons of studies done how when people like 1 second of waiting, it's quite a lot of percent of the drop off rates, where people they click on a website, it's not loading, so they click back, and you just lost the potential sale there. So try to keep your website as fast as possible. And I understand this is very simple, it's nice, but if you want to wow your visitors, it's best to include more products here, exactly showing what you offer. So here I'm scrolling down. So far, really nice. I like your designs. You're on the right track. View all, perfect. You have the price, description, good. Subscribe to our emails, be the first to know about new collections and exclusive offers, perfect. But here you have duplicate. You have subscribe to your emails here, and you also have subscribe to emails there. It's irrelevant, and doesn't look very professional. So I would suggest taking away one. So I would put it here. See, when I zoom it in, kind of looks ridiculous now. So at the bottom of your page, remove one of these subscribe sections. Best to keep one with the description. Now by description, I mean this one, the be the first to know about new collections and exclusive offers. Now I'm not saying keep this one because it has a description. If you want, you can also keep this one, as long as you have this description also included here. Because people will not subscribe to your emails if there is no value exchange. They want to know, if I give you my email, what am I going to get in return, right? Even for you, I'm sure you would also ask the same question if you're visiting another website. So either choose this one or choose this one to keep, remove the other, but the one that you keep has to have a description below, right? Now I'm going to go to the top. I want to click on the About Us, because usually on these reviews, all the websites that I review, usually there's always something to improve in the About Us section. So About Us, okay. Here you also have the duplicate. I already explained in the last one. So remove one, keep one, and put the description. So it's the same problem here. About Us, I would always encourage people to include a photo of you or your team if you have one, because it is more personable. Why being personable, and why being? Because when you show that you're human, you show the human side of your brand, you're more relatable and trustworthy. Because they always have these jargon like B2B, which is business to business type of company, B2C, which is business to consumer type of company. I'm sure you're probably B2C, or D2C, which is direct to consumer. But nevertheless, B2B, B2C, B2D2C, ABC, whatever, I'm not going to say that. But whatever you are, at the end of the day, we're all H2H, which means human to human. And consumers, they always want to see the human side of the brand. You're not most likely to connect to a brand. You're most likely to connect to a human. Even with like Nike, Adidas, we know these brands, but we're more connected to those brands because of the influencers that they hire. So there's the human side of the brand. So try to add more human side to the brand by putting your photo and including, let me see, yes, and include your name or names as well, because it's, again, more personable. I'm not going to write that down. Any questions, just ask. We do custom orders and we'll be happy to answer. Okay, have a blessed day and thanks for your shopping at the Polka Dot Rose. Perfect. All right, I don't know what happened. Maybe while I was reviewing your website, you added something, but now you have a portfolio page. These are examples of our work that is available for licensing. All patents are on product, but you don't have anything down here. Probably you're working on it, because this link for sure was not here while I was doing the review. And I thought it was just because I was on the About Us page, but now I'm on Home, Portfolios there. And as you see, the more links that you add, the more choices that you give a person, the more overwhelmed they are. Overwhelm is not a good thing in terms of user experience, because imagine you're on one road, which is the website. You landed on the website, one road, and now you're greeted by 10. You're at the crossroads with 10 possible roads to go. You're going to be overwhelmed. Probably you're just going to go backwards, right? So take away as many things as possible. I already did that back in the day. I don't know what the purpose of the portfolio is at the moment, because it's not yet complete. Maybe you just did that, but that's what I have to say. So let me check these links. So shoes, clothing, hats, looks good so far. Let me look at your product. Good, perfect. You have mock-ups which show your design in action. You have the inside, the lock, which is important for luggage. Good, perfect. You touched on all the things that I would actually look at when I'm thinking of a bag. Now I want to see the clothing, because I want to see if you have a model that is actually okay. Perfect. Better if it were a whole body model, but it's fine. I understand. So it's good. The sizing guide, the not ingredients, but the materials that you use, perfect. All good. Shop by item. Everything is very nicely organized. Well done. You're on the right track, really. You're on the right track. Shop by patterns. Here we have black and white floral, buttercups and polka dots. Black and white floral. Okay. You know what I would suggest actually here, because it's a little bit not overwhelming, but as a site visitor, when I clicked on Shop by Patterns, what I was expecting was to have a mega menu open up, having containers that actually show what the patterns are visually, like graphically show what the patterns are. So let me draw it. So when I clicked on when I clicked on the link of this one, what I was expecting was to have a mega menu. Now a mega menu, it's a menu that you will usually find on many websites. Like if you go to like Zara or whatever clothing website, the major ones, you click on something like men, women, and a big menu pops up showing like all the things that they have. That's a mega menu. Now what I was expecting was to have a mega menu with containers like this, for example, with the name like black and white floral and a floral and a floral. But not only that, so black and white floral, and then actually showing the design or the pattern, like an overview of the pattern, if you understand what I'm saying. So people actually know, they can already have an overview of what the patterns are, instead of having to click on each and every single one of the links to view what the pattern is and then having to click back if they don't like it. So I would suggest having a mega menu on clicking the Shop by Patterns link, showing the patterns visually and a small description below. Because what happens is, like, for example, so you know the user experience, like the user journey. Let me be a sample customer. So I'm going Shop by Patterns, like black and white floral. No, I already know what that looks like. So buttercups and polka dots. Okay, I'm a dude, I don't really know what buttercups look like. So okay, I'm just imagining a flower with polka dots. Definitely not really what I had in mind. So I'm gonna, okay, cheerful watercolor flowers. I think I have done, definitely not what I had in mind. So definitely I'm gonna have to click onto the next one, and I'm gonna have to click onto the next one. I'm gonna mid mod floral in blue and green. This one I like. This one I like a lot. Well done on that one. Probably, I know someone who'd like this actually. So you see, like, the visitor will have to click through all the links to see, like, okay, cool, I like this one, I like this one. And then when they get to the very bottom, when they get to the wildflowers with dots, they're like, okay, cool, I like that other one, the other, well, I now know the name now, but I know the other one, which was the cheerful, oh no, it wasn't that one. I like the, mid-mod. So you see, like they went through all the selections of patterns that you have. They had in their mind, like, they kept a mental tab of, oh, I like that one. Once they got to the very bottom of your patterns, like all the selection of patterns, they're like, okay, let me go to the one that I liked. They're gonna go shop by patterns, and they're probably gonna end up, I guarantee, on the wrong one on the first go. So they'll have to go trial and error again to find, okay, cool, found it, and then they can finally buy. So making it as easy as possible for your clients or your visitors to go back to the previous one that they looked at, maybe by the mega menu that I was recommending. Or what you can also do is, when you make this an actual link to your page, to a new page. For example, if I click this, what I will have is an extra page saying shop by patterns and description, brief description, and then you have here, whoop, black and white floral. Then you have the next one, buttercups and polka dots, and then this was going to be filled up with the pattern itself, like the different patterns that you have. So your site visitors also get an overview on just one page of the patterns that they like. And then you have black and white floral, see all, and then buttercups and polka dots, see all, and on mid mod floral, see all. That I would suggest you do. So you can also do that. Also can make this a link to a new page featuring all your patterns as an overview. It's funny now because I'm realizing as I'm doing this review that now portfolio has a downward arrow. So I'm seeing that you're probably, maybe you're incorporating what probably I am suggesting. It seems like that. Why can't you have this as a shop by pattern, like shop by patterns, and then you start having these with descriptions and a call to action of view all right below? So you're on the right track here. Like, it's a good, I think you're editing the site as I am doing this review, which is incredible. So we're actually working in real time on exactly the same website. And as an extra treat, what I'm gonna do is to snapshot this research paper, a multi-stage model for perceived quality evaluation of clothing brands, blah, 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 blah. Academics, you know. Basically it means what consumers are looking for in clothing or in clothing shops, and how they measure quality, what they look for to judge quality, in simple terms, you know, academics. Raise the eyebrows, right? So I saw this bunch of lists, like a bullet points said, therefore, according to previous studies and perceived quality, because quality, you know, quality is subjective to everybody. We perceive quality in different terms. Like when I go for a t-shirt, I may look for comfort. Someone else may look for aesthetics. So we all judge quality differently, right? So these are the different points and how people judge quality. And if you can design your site and incorporate, like put information that touches on at least most of these, it will help you a lot. So for example, comfort, the index, and then it has a description. Comfort aspects is comfort, symmetry, and precision of sizing. So you have the sizing guide, good. Comfort, you can always allude to comfort, because on an online shop it's hard to judge comfort because you cannot actually touch the fabric. You can always allude to it by using descriptive words or just giving them an idea of what the material is. But for some people, they don't know what really a mix of spandex and cotton, or spandex and polyester, what it feels like. So try to at least make it as graphic, like visually or imaginative as possible, right? Symmetry, durability, include resistance to shrinkage, wrinkling of clothing, fineness, and a lot of these things have to do, like a lot of these can be touched on by customer reviews, which actually I don't think you had. Let me check. Fanny packs. Probably don't have reviews on fanny packs. Well, what are your more popular items? Let's go for this first one. No, you don't have reviews. reviews do help a lot. So trying to source reviews from your customers, especially your early customers, will really help a lot in terms of trustworthiness, and in terms of, because you can always say by yourself, like the brand can always say, oh, it's really comfortable. But then for a customer, they want to know it's true. And the best way to know that it's true, they trust more word of mouth. They trust more other reviews to judge instead of the company saying it. But because you don't have any reviews yet, it's best to always touch on these things already. Protection, maybe not, as I said, most of these, if you can, not all of these, because how can a patterned clothing do have protection, right? Certification, if it's needed, depends on the industry. Appearance, measure the visual characteristics of the product, such as color or design, which you have in visuals, external, brand or pricing, effectiveness of communication. As I said, like, give this a read through and see where your information, your product descriptions can be improved. These points can help you design your website better, or even write better product descriptions, because these things are what your consumers or what your site visitors are ultimately looking at. It's based on research. Whoop. So overall, great job. You're on the right track. Your website looks great. Great designs, by the way. Good patterns that you use. You have all the products nicely arranged. View all. Though there are things that you can always improve. Like all sites, there's always something that we can always improve on a regular basis. But as I said, you're on the right track. Great job. So to see the feedback, I'm going to send it to you using Beep. So here's the project folder that I created, polka.rose. I'm just going to open it all. And just this link here in the address bar, I'm just going to copy paste that and send it to you via email, messenger, but I'm going to send it to you via Reddit, where you ask for feedback. When you open that link, you will be brought to this page where on the left side you have the screenshot. So Beep takes the screenshot for you. As soon as you leave a comment, snapshot of the page that you're on with the pin locating where on the page that I left the beep. So you just hover on it, you'll see the comment. If you want more context, for example, like you're wondering like what's going on here at a Favicon, you'll click on that. You'll see that on the right side is a list of comments in containers, and you will be brought to what the comment says. You can also click on the URL here, which is not really relevant since you already have it. And if you want, you can even reply down here. You can add a reply. That's my username. You can always say, hello, I need more feedback or whatever. You can send it to me and I'm going to get it, because I'm going to get a notification, as you can see here, and I can reply to you in real time. So you can do that. Feel free to do that. If you need more help, here you can also see the research paper. Now I only took a snapshot. Probably if you click this link, you'll be brought to a login page, because you need to log in to access the research papers that I have access to. So that's why I took a snapshot, because for copyright reasons, I cannot give you the whole thing, but I can give you a snapshot for you to use to improve your site, right? So that's it. If you have a website developer, you're not doing the website yourself, you can always send them the link just by copy pasting this thing in this URL in the address bar and sending it over to them, email, messenger, whatever. It's going to be super easy. So if you like the feedback, if you think that I helped, then do go ahead and leave a like and comment as well in the video. It helps us know that we are also on the right track, because we're giving you feedback. We also want feedback on the videos that we make. If it helped you, we would love to know as well. And of course, if you're here watching and you're not the website owner and this helped you, do as well, give us a like. For, it lets us know that we're doing a great job as well, motivates us, helps us know that we're helping you guys out. So if you haven't already, do consider subscribing to the channel, because we'll be doing more website reviews such as this in the weeks to come. And having said that, see you next time. Bye bye.